Alright, well. Here we are. Oh gosh. I gotta press the button. Alright. Any second now. I'm telling ya. Oh, there it is. Well, you'll notice when you look around my space rig, I've got some weird texture issues going on, but I've added some mods to my game that are sort of out of date, and they've got some weird bugs, but they're here ultimately just to sort of improve performance of the game. You know, I don't normally host other people to come play with me during the stream, so.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
Ando's here now. Knet. Dino. On some level, sure. On some level, I'm a libertarian. I mean, that's at the end of the day, it's a label that implies a lot of things to different people, and I generally don't feel like arguing about all those things. So I don't like, one of the things you'll see on a lot of my streams is I don't like happily identify with a lot of isms, right? Like this ism and that ism, because they're too broad, they involve many things, and then there's way too many people engaging in this sort of fuzzy thinking, which is like, fuzzy thinking is an appropriate way to make shortcuts to get around the world, but if you actually want to have like an in-depth conversation, they really do get in the way. The only few times where I've made videos like, or streams where I've like really identified with an ism, like my video on traditionalism, I mean that was like a 40-minute video. And that's much less broad than normal, I feel like. Traditionalism is not nearly as broad of something like libertarianism. How's it going, Jessica? Mr. Gladius? Who else is joining? Anyone? I don't know. So as I looked on the Steam friends, and there's some people's names on the Steam that I don't recognize from the thing. So now it seems like some of you guys are newer to the game, so I'm probably going to only do Hazard 3.
Your mission is ready. The pod is prepped. Get on board the drop pod.
Hello, Angry. How's it going? Dino. We can grab some beer here.
For the thirst and some ice for my
Not that it'll matter too much on this mission type, but might as well grab them.
Yes.
All right.
Much better.
And so if you talk on voice in game, I won't be able to hear you, but the other players will. You know, I added everyone today, Nero. I mean, are you on Steam right now?
Could you please hurry
I haven't done,
Come on, you lazy bastards.
oh, what was I gonna say? I forget what I was gonna say. I don't know how I lost train of thought there. I'm trying to read chat. Oh, so in-game, right? If you use voice chat while you're playing with me, I won't hear you. That's just so some random person can't join the game and start, I don't know, screaming obscenities. That's all that's there. But if you've used voice chat, you can probably talk to each other while you're in my game. It's just that I won't hear you.
This'll be the end of us.
Pull yourself together.
All right, so what are we? We're oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, whoa. Okay. Don't. Okay. Yeah.
So we're sending in a refinery for you to fill. Set the whole thing up, get it cranking, and let's pump those deposits dry. Time to build some pipelines, roughnecks.
Okay, so we encountered a very special thing.
Over here.
So I'm gonna try and get these guys in the tunnel.
With me. Marker up.
Get in this tunnel. So what we want to do... I probably didn't put the tunnel in the best spot.
Hey. Come here.
Okay, so here's the deal. We got this big Crassus detonator. It's this giant bug that explodes. Oh, no. Ando's not getting in the tunnel. But it's a giant bug that explodes when it's killed. And when it explodes, this particular one, it turns everything around it into gold, right? So, we want to sort of pull it into a more... Yeah, like this is fine. Yeah, this will be fine as a way to kill it right here. We'll have plenty of gold. Oh, wait. There we go. So here we go. See, it's going to explode. And it turns everything here. Everything into pure gold. And I'll just, I'll mine with my EPC to just grab a bunch of it off the ceiling. So we're in on-site refining mission type. So we actually have to bring the gold over to that instead of having a little mule with us, but that's fine.
Explosives fly.
If I simply just get it mined up more or less decently quick, these guys can sort of run it back and forth as needed. It worked out okay. Maybe I can grab a little more of this off the ceiling. Oops. Yeah, it's probably good-ish. I can grab a little... Okay. I'm done.
Stay clear from the impact zone.
Stone, brother.
Then we also got to grab these off the ceiling. That's our side mission.
Let's get the minerals.
Gladius... Okay, so Dino says this is a strange game. Gladius says the weapons in this game are very original. I would say the weapons are... I mean, you have your sort of standard weapons, and then you have their more inventive weapons. I'd say they did a decent job of making weapons that are fairly unique and, like, compelling and interesting. So did we already get this out of here? Because it's glowing, isn't it? Oh, I already grabbed something there. Then kill these guys. Oh my god, so many loot bugs. Well, I'll let the loot bugs run around and grab some of that.
Request accepted. Stand clear. Pump jack inbound.
So Adrian says, any particular reason you play this game? Well, there's a few reasons. One, it's not a super expensive game to buy. It's decently fun. It's not explicitly, like, anti-white, you know, the main characters here are sort of working-class dwarves, right? They're these sort of roughneck, you know, in a world where you hear many conversations about toxic masculinity and men bad and this and that, you have sort of rough and tumble working men who bust their butt at their jobs and drink beer and are portrayed as cool, good guys at the same time. You know, in a world where it's like they increasingly want the emotional man, the feminized man. These are not feminized men, and yet they're portrayed not as bad or evil or backwards, but as kind of cool and heroes. And yeah. Otherwise than that, I'd say it's a decently fun game. It's made by our ethnic kin in Europe. Again, I don't think those kin necessarily have the sorts of ideas we might like them to have, but
just serving in the
Okay, well, they are our kin either way.
We got a hell of a blip heading your way, team. Get ready.
So Nero says, would you pull the plug on this game if the devs, you know, went with some anti-white stuff or anti-Western stuff? You know, this sort of thing. I'd be much more reluctant, right? If they were actively
It's a big one, team.
saying those sort of things or incorporating that sort of idea into their games, I'd be less inclined. You know, again, they're not doing the thing, they're not saying the things that I might like them to say, but they're largely just they're our kin. They like video games. They want to just make fun things. If you look at this game, there is a setting, right? And that setting has certain elements. But largely, they're not doing this as like a narrative. You know, there's not a real strong narrative to... There's not really a narrative to the game at all, right? There's just a setting. They're not here trying to say, like, okay, well, we need to make sure that this sort of messaging, you know, is advanced through society via our game. You know, our game is a mechanism to, you know, make sure that people think the correct thoughts. That's not what they're doing. And while I would maybe like games that push good messaging, I'm always more willing to endorse a game that has neutral messaging than all of games that have bad messaging. Because that's what we're stuck with. A lot of other games are just explicitly harmful. And this game is at least made by gamers who like games. These aren't made by large studios with diversity, inclusion, equity officers who have an agenda to push through the media that their company just happens to make that they don't otherwise care about.
Getting supply. Getting more ammo. Oh yeah. You're cute, but you're dead. Explosives, spikes.
All right.
Can't carry anymore.
And the last pump jack here.
Send a pump jack, please.
Pump jack requested and is inbound.
It's overheated.
Okay. So on this mission, if you haven't seen it, you gotta connect the main refinery to 3 Morkite wells, which is what he's doing.
Once it's complete.
He'll have to overlap the pipes a little bit, but he'll figure it out.
That guy in mission control, he really has a cozy.
Gladius says this game is based and rock-pilled. Right.
Rockin' stone.
Rockin' stone. Johnny 5K says games with good messaging could be banned quickly from Steam, etc. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to make a game that had certain messages contrary to what these sort of people want to push, I mean, you can get banned. We saw, of course, that with well, I was talking to American Krogan the other day. So he showed me this game on Steam. I mean, you'd be shocked at how much, like, so Steam, of course, is not for kids, it's for everyone, adults and kids, and you'd be shocked at some of the pornographic material available on Steam. There's a particular game, I don't know if it's really a game, it's, I can't show you on screen. It's a game where you engage in intercourse with a certain Austrian painter. That's right. That game exists on Steam, but Hype Mat Defender was banned, right? Hype Mat Defender was made fun of NPCs and, you know, that sort of thing. So that wasn't allowed, but you know, kids might be coming across games where they engage in intercourse with the Austrian painter. I mean, whatever.
Pipe segment ready. What a beauty!
See if you can pick up these gunk
All
seeds.
pipelines and pump jacks built.
Oops. Oop.
We're ready to start extracting the liquid morkite. Return to the refinery.
Pick up
and
these
start
gunk
up the
seeds,
pump
you
sequence.
lazy dwarves. We're going by a bunch of them. I know they can't hear me directly if they're playing. And there's always a delay on the stream. Not because I stick a delay there, but simply because... Oh yeah, we can do the hacking pod too. We'll definitely have to do the hacking pod.
I need some of that computer magic.
Let's feel free to pick up some gunk seeds while we're waiting for that hacking pod. Alright. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit closer to the mine head, huh?
Hacking pod in position. Let's get it hooked up to the prospector data deposit. Chop chop team.
Okay.
Down the hatch.
Mr. Gladius wants to know how common adult material is on Steam, like pornographic material.
Fun ride.
I'm not sure like how much of it is there, like in terms of like this X number of games, but there's definitely no shortage of it.
Make it home to collect your bonus.
So they'll fight the bugs. I just need to get a bunch of these out because we gotta make this data connection go a long way. How much nitro do we have? Oh, we have a good amount. Whoa! Okay. Really? Really? Is it not getting through? Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna have to stick it up here then. Right? Maybe here?
Guys, help me set up the transmitter node.
Oh no. This is... Okay. Let's do this. Gonna go underneath.
Down the hatch.
Here.
I'm setting up transmitter nodes.
And here. And I think we'll only need one or two more. Alright.
Hacking pod successfully connected to the prospector data deposit. Start the hacking drone when you're ready. A swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Oh, it's another
How they
swarm.
want us to take down a power
Well.
station?
We could make a bunker. Yeah. No, we're not making a bunker. This thing's annoying. We'd have to reroute the stuff to make a bunker. If we wanted to make a bunker, we should have done it earlier. I didn't even think of that. I hardly ever use bunkers in this game, so I'm a driller, right? Got the big drills here. So I can drill out a crevice or a little thing that we can use, and that's called a bunker. But that requires some amount of planning and forethought, which wasn't put into what we were just doing, so never mind. Maybe in the next couple games I'll do a bunker. So Nero, who are you on Steam?
That will teach you.
Johnny 5K says, have you played Kingdom Come? They did not care about whiny people when making the game. I haven't played it. Is it good? What sort of game is it? Spencer, how's it going? Good to see you.
The last of the wave is approaching you now. Keep it together.
Get out of here, you. Well, I'll stick another resupply for us here. I'm not going to use it quite yet, but these guys might want it. Johnny 5K says, Kingdom Come is a first-person RPG. Oh, okay.
Attack has begun. Protect
I've never heard of it.
while it does its magic.
Yeah, I'd say, you know, when I was a kid, I played a lot of more sort of strategy games that, you know, long things. As an adult, I've been much more interested in, like, reaction time, fast, skill-based movement, that sort of thing. You know, one of the things that I'd like to do on stream at some point, or I probably just could occasionally do, is, like, surfing. So I haven't surfed, like, in Counter-Strike or TF2. So I haven't surfed in a long time, but... Ooh. But I do sort of enjoy it, in principle, as a...
Keep it safe so it can work.
I mean, skill-based movement is just a fun thing in video games, in my... Oh, 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 oh. Let's get this guy frozen.
Hacking commencing again.
One of the things I like about the driller is... so there's perks in this game, right? And one of the perks is Vampire. When you use physical attacks, you can... when you kill something with a physical attack, you get health. So the drills actually count. And the drills are... Oh! I'm out of ammo on the drills. But so do my axes. And yeah. You get a lot of more vampire benefit out of the driller than most other classes. Also, how's the volume? Can you hear me over the game? I know the game got pretty loud there, didn't it? Oh. Well, so we got the main mission done, we got the side mission done, we got the... Oh, wait. Well, we gotta go grab the thing. Ugh. We gotta grab this. Volume's okay? Okay.
Getting more ammo.
Data cell secured. This will look good on your performance review.
Alright, we're starting it. We're starting it. So Nero, did you tell me what your name is on Steam?
Being extracted. Refinery and all pump jacks are working at full capacity. Be warned, the noise will draw in the locals, so stay on your toes and do what you can to protect
K-Nat,
and maintain.
you need to grab the gold from earlier? I thought you guys were doing that.
Wave.
Okay, I'll help a little bit. I was just gonna leave the gold to you guys. I ran around and did stuff. Guess I gotta help though.
25%.
A lot of gold here. I don't know why there's that hole there. I don't think I did that.
The pipelines are leaking. Get on it. Get them fixed.
Need more gold here too. Whoop. I'm getting hit by some engineer's plasma grenade. Wonder how that happened. Oh, Angry European says he remembers Kingdom Come being heavily criticized by anti-whites because it didn't include non-Europeans in 15th century Bohemia. I'm shocked.
Ramming speed.
All right. There's one over here. Oh no, there's two things over here. Spencer says it's Deep Rock Galactic cross-platform. I think they put something on Xbox or something. when all I know about it is the PC game, but I think they put it on Xbox, and I think there might even be a thing where like you can cross-play. I don't know. I'm only playing on PC. I'm not really interested in video game consoles.
Bugs, get ready.
So I'm not always paying attention to that sort of stuff. A hole full of gold.
Pump sequence 50%. Keep all systems running, and we're done in no time.
I think we actually have a chance to make it out.
All right. Ooh, one of these guys. Praetorian. Do I have an extra axe here and here?
Okay, we got a problem with the pipelines. Fix it to keep the extraction running.
Well, we're close to done with this mission.
How do I get off?
Just gotta get through the last bit here, pick up the last gold.
This pipeline is fixed, but you need to clear all malfunctions in
Look at
order
that.
for the refinery to run.
Kicked his butt. Well, we're doing all right so far on Hazard 3.
Functional again. However, we still
I mean,
have
we could try
malfunctions in the
Hazard
system.
4. I don't know. I don't know how it'll go. So, we still have one broken thing left, huh? Oh, he's got it. Maybe. Yeah.
Pipeline's operational again. You're doing fine.
I guess I will refill ammo here.
Getting
Pump sequence at 75%. The cargo rocket is almost full.
Will it break again?
We got company.
I'm not sure if it's
Incoming
actually going to break
SU.
again. If it doesn't break again, I'm just going to launch right away. Because two of us just filled up on ammo. Well, I'll tell you, Spencer, this game is lower on the demand for... this game is not as hard to run as many other computer games. I forget exactly the size. Like, I think it's under 20 gigabytes. There's not a lot of textures.
Excellent work, miners. All liquid walk processed and the
I mean, if you have a really bad rig, then it won't run or whatever, I guess.
Just press
But
the launch button.
for the most part, I expect people will be able to run this game if they want to. If they have anything... Like, I'm on a laptop. You know, I don't have a desktop, so... Drath says, how did the move go? Well, the move was long and
Well done.
difficult in its own way.
Is returning to orbit.
You know, I had to
We're
sell a
sending in
house
the drop
and
pod to
whatnot,
get you
and
out. Hang
a lot of
tight.
stuff went on, but it went... Overall, it went all right. I'm out here on the other side, so... I'm alive. I survived. But thank you for asking. And it looks like it's going to be over here. Yes, it is.
Yeah! Rock and roll! Over here!
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Mr. Gladius says, does anyone in the chat play Quake 4? I played some Quake Live back in the day. I mean, Quake's just a great franchise in terms of nice feeling first-person shooters. Who are you talking to, Nero? You can see the textures of my floor are weird, but that's because I have some mods that make the game easier to run. I'd say that was pretty successful. Got a lot of gold on that one. And the data cell. KNat says he likes Hazard 4, huh? Well, I suppose we could do Hazard 4. Let's see how it goes. What's the gold here? Okay, pot of gold. We could do salt pits or not doing that one. I don't like that one. Magma? No. No, we're going to salt pits. Hazard 4.
Mission locked in. Powering up the drop pod.
Keep hold the rainbows this time.
I hope you're ready for this, Ando.
That's the stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Get on board. We're about to leave.
Drop
Well.
sequence initiating. Fasten your seatbelt.
Let's see how it works on Hazard 4. So we did Hazard 3, we'll do Hazard 4. I mean, we could try Hazard 5 after this if this works well. Ando's shaking no, though. He might not like it. Spencer says he likes Stellaris? Stellaris? I haven't played that, I don't think. What would be kind of neat to play, if I had a real setup for it, is,
If we die,
oh,
Pull yourself together.
What's that game?
you weaklings.
it's you're in a spaceship. Elite Dangerous. That'd be fun. Okay, just rush it. Bum rush it.
Descending
Bum
the
rush
deep,
this
so
thing.
bring your guard. Scanners indicate particularly rich veins of morkite and
All
gold
right.
further down.
Perfect.
Bring it back, boys.
All right.
You bug, open.
Bunch of stuff down the hole for us. Spencer says he's not that interested in first-person shooters, but he did pretty well in that Call of Duty Warzone tournament Mark Collette did. Well, that's cool. You know, I'm much more an arena shooter kind of guy. I like skill-based movement. I like it when, you know, people are flying through doorways at 100 miles an hour, shooting rocket launchers, rocket jumping. I'm not as big on, like, the, look down the sights, Call of Duty
Ready to blow.
stuff. Counter-Strike being somewhat have a happy medium, except, I mean, like, not exactly a medium, but, you know, you have the bunny hops and stuff in Counter-Strike, but, what is this?
here I come.
Alright.
Explosives, mine. Donkey, come here.
Mr. Gladiath says, a game you would really like to... a game you want to see me play with Krogan is Resident Evil 5? That would be glorious? I've never played those Resident Evil games, really. Angry says his only FPS has been UT 2004? That's a long time ago. I mean, UT games are good. I don't know if I'd play UT over Quake, but UT games are good. Uh-oh. Spitballer. Whoa! Cave Leech. Cave Leech is out of nowhere. A little bit chaotic walking into this room. But we're good. We're good. It is Hazard 4. So, it's going to be a little bit more intense than previous ones.
You carry a load well, Molly. There's charging.
Oh, so Nero wants to know about the end game of Deep Rock. Well, there's not like the same end game as an MMO. So this game is a lot like Left 4 Dead, right? You have the hordes show up, and then it's all the things, and you gotta fight them, you know. But there is more progression to this game than Left 4 Dead, if that's what you're interested in. So there is, well, I do them on Wednesdays generally. Like every Wednesday I've done a deep dive. So the deep dives are weekly challenges. It's a new deep dive every week, and everyone has the same deep dive. So there's like some guys who are doing like speed running it, you know, how fast can you get through this deep dive? It's like everyone's gonna have the same deep dive the whole week, so you only have the 1 week to compete. So the deep dive is sort of 3 missions in a row, everything carrying over. If you're damaged from the first mission, you still have that same damage on the next mission, because the drop pod that normally sort of saves you and brings you up back to the surface instead is just driving you deeper and deeper. And then you get pulled out after 3 missions. And the way the deep dive 2 works too is they increase in difficulty. So you've been hearing me saying Hazard 3, Hazard 4. Those are the difficulty levels. There's Hazard 1 through Hazard 5. When you play an Elite deep dive, basically the first mission is tuned to Hazard 4.5. The second mission is tuned to Hazard 5. And the third mission is tuned to Hazard 5.5. So it is more difficult. Uh-oh. Probably shouldn't have just fallen out of there, but KNAT can make platforms to get out of there. Or Ando can create his little things. Oh, well, look who got captured now by a cave leech. Gotcha. Nero, did you tell me who you are on Steam? I hear an oppressor. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you stay up there with the oppressor alone, then it's going to be harder for us to help you. So, Spencer says, Stellaris is complicated. You get to build your own space civilization, and you can run everything in the civilization.
We got a hell of a blip heading your way, team. Get ready.
Okay, well. Let's dig through here. Stick that on the wall there. Bam.
Swarm, they're here.
Here comes the swarm. How are we doing on Nitra? We got enough for a thing.
Stand back, supply pod inbound.
Get rid of this guy. I want to kind of stay in this cubby a little bit. Just so I don't, oh. The Macteras always show up when I'm scratching my chin or something, I tell you. KNAT, why are you dying for? I thought you wanted Hazard 4. Uh-oh. Oh, that's your guy. What the heck's going on over here? Oh. Did you type anything? Did you die to a cave leech and not type anything? Okay, give me a second. Jeez, guys. Let's see here.
Keep it together. Get up, soldier.
The last of the wave is approaching you now. Keep it
If
together.
you die to a cave leech, don't just not tell us. Because that's how you get your teammates killed.
Things about to go. Why are you shooting at me? Slack-jawed dimwit.
We got it, though. I did have to use my, so you saw me get up after dying. That's Iron Will. That's one of the active perks. I'm only going to be able to do that once this whole mission. Right? I don't get to do that again. So. And that's kind of why I wanted to stay in the cubby. If we pick a place to fight in that we already know what's there during a swarm, then we can't get attacked by cave leeches, right? Because we're already in the area. You can only get killed by cave leeches in a new area, more or less. Did I get it? I got it.
Time to deposit. Getting closer to
KNAT says, how do you chat in game? Press the enter key and then type out whatever and then press enter again. Nero says some of his favorite games are the Final Fantasy / Square games. Well, although the quality is all over the place. Yeah, I definitely played a lot of those Final Fantasy games and that sort of stuff a long time ago. Like 7 and 8. So I played 7 and 8, and I played it on computer. And then they came out with 9, but then they're like, we're gonna only do it on PlayStation. We won't do it on computer. So I didn't play 9, right? Like, well, you know, put on computer, you know, play. Okay. I'll let you guys grab the stuff in that little tunnel cubby there.
Well done. Secondary objective completed.
I guess we did both objectives now, huh? Well, we can just finish it.
Good work.
Oh yeah, Ando already pressed the button. We could have gone deeper, but
Taking some of the ammo.
Ando said no, which is fine.
I know the way. With me. Much better.
And here.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule. Drop pod departing in T-minus.
I haven't played
5
anything
minutes.
by Squaresoft, Square Enix, whoever they are, in forever. It would be interesting to do like a playthrough of Final Fantasy 7 or 8 on stream, but I'd want to look into the strategies for like making it go fast, you know, because I don't want to do like hours and hours and hours of streaming of, you know, playing through turn-based, beating up on low-level enemies, whatever, right? Rub It Up Media says, hey, IE, nice pop in on the 4-year anniversary for No White Guilt. Yeah, it was fun. Okay, I'll just dig through the wall right in front of us. I mean, we could walk around it, but just simpler if I dig us through. Oh, and I shouldn't be overheating. But, also, just so you know, KNet, as we're going through the tunnel, if we're starting to get overwhelmed from behind, you can use your platform gun to just block off the tunnel behind us. And that's generally what you do at the end, too. Just to block off the end of the tunnel, unless Molly is using our tunnel, which sometimes happens. Oh my god, acid spitters. Nice. Pretty good timing here. Molly's just getting in.
Out of ammo.
The mule's been successfully retrieved. Make it snappy, team. The drop pod won't hang around forever.
Nero says he doesn't like Final Fantasy VIII? Oh, wait, no, he doesn't like 13. That's the MMO, right? I think I played that for a little bit a long time ago, but I don't know what it's like now. Nero thinks the Final Fantasy game I would like the most is Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. I never played those Final Fantasy Tactics games. I have played Disgaea, or whatever. I believe that's similar in gameplay. Nero says 11 and 16 are the MMOs. Oh. I don't know about the whole thing, how that works. You know, I'm fine with MMOs in a sense. Like, I understand, like, the socio-criticism of time sync games, right? But, alright. I'm not gonna bring us up to Hazard 5. And we don't need the beer for this.
Powering up the drop pod. Get on board, team.
So,
I ain't got all day. Let's
Drop sequence initiating.
I played a lot of World of Warcraft back in the day. I actually, in some other lifetime, made some videos
come on, guys.
that hardly anyone in the world has ever seen, talking about role-playing game world building and role-playing game design as it translates into MMOs and that sort of thing. Because I'm interested in that kind of stuff. And that's part of the reason when Amazon announced that they were going to do New World, their MMO, which is sort of set in a pseudo-America, right? A pseudo-New World, like the Europe, Asia, Africa, that's the old world, the Americas is the new world. Well, this is a new world, right? And there's like all sorts of things happening, including you're going to have conquistadors and everything. So I wanted to try out their game because it's like, that's sort of up my alley in terms of my, you know, what I've played in the past and sort of the things I'm interested in now.
Escort duty.
And it seems like a lot of people who make MMOs, you know, this is like, okay, like, I'm gonna sound bad on some level saying this, like, I feel like the theory of what makes a good MMO and the theory of what makes a good like RPG world as translated into video games, like I don't feel like all the MMO studios have that established. I don't even know if they have one, like an overarching theory of compelling world building as in an MMO compared to other genres. Like, what do they think that means? Because I think that some of them don't actually have a conception of that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they all do. But it seems like some have nearly no conception of that in, like, the theory. You know, you have theory and practice. And I feel like a lot of these studios have no theoretical basis and are just practice. I mean, so for instance, in one of my videos that is long gone, right? Long gone video, I kind of talked about... I did like an analysis of different World of Warcraft expansions. And I sort of laid out my theoretical basis for making compelling elements to an RPG world that would attract the players, and it tracks pretty well with what they saw in terms of actual players. You know, it tracks, my theory tracks pretty well with why, for example, World of Warcraft Legion was more compelling and interesting and had a larger player base than Warlords of Draenor or whatever. Those other expansions that they released. But, yeah. And, you know, I'm not talking about all that stuff very often because, well, you know, just look at what's happening to white children. I mean, I can't spend all my time talking about all these other interests I have when all these things are happening around the world. Alright, you get out of here. Is there any stuff over here? Gold, I guess. Grab some of that. Oh my god. So, some of you may have noticed that Glyphid Praetorian, a lot of times they release a gas, you know, or an acid when they're fighting you. And that one instead created a ring of radiation. Well, we're currently fighting in the radiation zone. So some of the monsters' abilities and the way some of their stuff performs is slightly different. So there's like a frozen zone too, where they behave differently again. Okay. I hope you guys are paying attention to that Spitballer, because I can't get at it right now. I'm gonna get this Brood Nexus first. And then I'll get this. Now, for the person I don't let me look up through this. Let me look at chat here. Someone asked if I liked EVE Online. And EVE Online is a very interesting MMO because EVE is so atypical for an MMO. Like, EVE has not succeeded and failed along the same lines as other MMOs. In the same way, like, okay, what's that one Sony game? What's that one Sony game? PlanetSide, right? There's like 3 factions and it's FPS MMO, right? That's not an MMO like World of Warcraft and Rift and Final Fantasy. That's a different type of MMO. It succeeds or fails for other reasons, right? Like, PlanetSide succeeds because PlanetSide is a really fun shooter, and it happens to be MMO, and it's not driven by the same player desire. And EVE Online is the same way. You know, EVE Online is not succeeding for the same reasons as World of Warcraft. And that being said, there is some overlap that has to do with, like, network effects. Like, all the games are subject to network effects, right? Like, if you log in and there's not other people there, then people don't like it, right? That being said, you can't just bring down... You can't just reduce an MMO's success to network effects. There's your, like, prime movers, your prime desires, and then there's the secondary desires, and the secondary needs. The network effects are all secondary. Oh man, I overheated. Do the acid spitters. Let's get rid of that too. Think I can get this thing down? Ooh. Oh. Alright. Oh, my canister fell. So, let's see here. Let me look at chat while these guys are fighting. These two guys. War of the Lions has a very cool premise. History largely being false. Discovering new documents that tell us the real story and the life of an unsung hero who was remembered as a heretic. Oh, that's interesting. Spencer says, I've seen mixed views on what an MMO is. Yeah, and I mean, I think you can... like, there is a variety of definitions you could use that, like, have various levels of usefulness. But regardless of what we say is or isn't an MMO, I do hope that we can start to see the difference between something like PlanetSide, World of Warcraft, and EVE Online as all being sort of different in what they can provide for players, but games like Rift and World of Warcraft and like those being much more similar in terms of they succeed or fail for the same reasons, right? While these other games don't. Okay, see if you can get that oil shale, maybe. Yeah. Oh, I gotta... Oh, come on. Yeah, bounce some of that stuff off.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
Okay, they got all the stuff. Well, let's see. Easiest way to get down? I can just drop.
Well done. All canisters are loaded. The drill dozer is ready to move out.
Oh god. Yeah, is there an alternate reality where my gaming channel is huge and I'm doing promos for Raid Shadow Legends? Maybe. I'm not sure. Now, Mr. Gladius says, our people are so demoralized that the only way they can build society is through video games. Well, I mean, they're largely demonized in our current society, and they're kind of checking out of it, right? That being said, insofar as video games sort of instructs to you what society is like and what makes a successful society, video games are incredibly important. One of the things I looked at, I did a stream a long time ago on Odyssey, when Odyssey streaming was new, and we played Cities Skylines or something? No, maybe I played SimCity. Whoa! It blew up. One of the things you notice in, like, SimCity is there's no difference between, like, there's no measure of sim intelligence, right? You can't have, like, a smart sims or, like, dumb sims, for lack of a better term. You can only have educated and uneducated, you know, and one of the things that's indicating to the gamer, the player, is, right, people truly are malleable, and it's just a matter of whether they get the good education or not, right? The other thing that they're sort of indicating in the game is, if you look at the factories where they make furniture and stuff, those are all populated by uneducated sims, right? And where you start to see educated sims is in commercial applications, right? So, like, you can follow sims in, like, SimCity 4 and whatever, where you will see the trucks of goods leaving the factory, where there are no uneducated sims, or there are all the sims are uneducated, and then go to the showroom where the goods are sold, right? And it's sort of sending this message like, hey, listen, if you create things, if you're manufacturing, doing things with your hand, that's kind of lower. That's the less educated approach. The more educated approach is to sell things that other people make. You know, it's more educated and sophisticated to be a merchant than to be a craftsman. And more than that, where you require a ton of educated sims is the office workers and the corporate setting. So, like, manufacturing for uneducated dummies. Merchants are where you start to see the intelligence come through, and then the highest intelligence is sort of this corporate cesspool. Right, so it's like, I don't know if that's what they intended, but that's what the game is communicating on some level, right? We're all blank slates, it's just a matter of education. Oh, and by the way, the merchants are above you stupid manufacturers. I mean, if you actually create something in the world, if you built the building that the merchant uses, you're not nearly as good as the merchant on some level, right? You're not sophisticated like him. If you were sophisticated, you wouldn't build buildings. You'd buy buildings and sell, you know, widgets. That being said, it's like, or clothes, right? So there are textile manufacturers in the game, you know. The real sophisticated people don't manufacture textiles and create efficient supply chains. Let's do. We got some gunk seeds over here.
Gunk seed, I want it.
All right.
Explosives, flags.
All right.
Bags full. Can't carry anymore.
Where's Molly? How you doing, guys? Enjoying your S4? Going well? We got it? You know, we're gonna have to save Doretta's head, too. We're not leaving without it. So Spencer thinks I'd like Stellaris. No, why? Like I've said a lot of things, so I'm not exactly sure which of those things you're relating to why I'd like it. How much nitro do we have? I mean, we can do a resupply here. I think you guys have used a lot of ammo, right?
Stand back.
All right.
Drill dozer moving. Try to keep up and guard it with your life.
Some of the ammo.
Great.
Yeah, give me some sugar.
Well, Nero says he's good at making things, but I suck at business. Think that's why I'm more freelance than producer. Trying to change it, though. You know, one of the things I see with a lot of our guys, which is, like, I totally get it, but it's, like, the paradigm we're stuck living in now. I think there's sort of a foreign paradigm to the whole thing.
Keep the drill dozer operational.
A lot of really... Oh, I forgot about that. No, we're not doing the data cell this... We passed the data cell thing, and we're not going to do it. We're not doing the data cell this mission. A lot of our guys want to be able to produce something, make something, have some sort of positive impact, but they view... oh, you walked real close to that. They view marketing as sort of dishonest, right? You've seen plenty of our guys who, yeah, like exactly what I was saying. They feel like there's a sort of manipulative aspect of advertising and marketing that they find very distasteful, but they really want to be able to make a thing and bring it to people. And for those guys, I'd say you definitely want to start engaging in more. You don't have to go full on, right? We've all... I think there are other groups that tend to go full on, and it's generally not actually us. But if you take an honest assessment of what you're doing and you decide that your marketing is like insufficient and you should be doing more, then take some of your own advice and do it.
But we expect heavy pressure when the drilling commences. Supplies are on the way.
Okay, do this, do this.
Nitro's been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
Hey. Acid's better. Okay, do I need to resupply? Not technically yet. We can look around this cave for a quick second, though. If there's nitra. There's some nitra.
Worthless, but fun to destroy.
I mean, some of our guys just undersell themselves a little bit too much. Like, I totally understand, you know, a lot of guys are sort of off-put by the idea of, like, really sort of embellishing a resume or whatever. And I get that, and I appreciate that. Oh, God. Cave leech. And I'm glad they're like that because it makes our society better, but sometimes they just take it a little too far. Just undersell themselves a little too much. You got to be able to tell people about your good points without so much shame and concern that you're being, you know. But it really depends on the person, right? Like this advice is good for some people and it's bad for others, right? There's some people who are like super arrogant and going all out there. They're not just embellishing; they're outright lying. Those people don't need to hear this advice. Nero says that bureaucracy drives him nuts. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. Press button.
Extraction commencing. Drill dozer running at full steam. Stay alert, team. The noise and vibrations are attracting the bugs.
So Doretta, the drill dozer, whose name is Doretta, it's like Loretta, she's drilling this rock, and you can see the rock starting to break up. We need to get the heart stone out of this rock. Uh-oh. Swarmers. Ugh. Oh, this guy's back. And I actually... So he actually ran into the drill, which is why he died. So she's getting through the first layer here. We're about to pass the first stage. It's a 4-stage fight. You can see on the top of the screen those different bars. The big pieces of rock have come off the run. Gotta drill through the next layer.
So far, so good.
So now the Omron Heartstone itself is picking up boulders out of the wall to try and attack our drill dozer to protect itself. Which is very sort of like, ooh, the rock's protecting itself. And I think it's the we don't have a scout with us, but the scout generally says something like, that's stones throwing rocks at us. Because these are all just called flying rock, right? Oh, oh. Boom. And now I'm out of axes, which is fine. Okay, they're gonna be doing the thing. I'll resupply. Oh, oppressor? Hello, oppressor. And you're gone. So that's the second stage.
Got an incoming swarm.
See, we're getting down to the next layer of this Heartstone.
The drill dozer is at the halfway point. Keep it running.
Oh god. These little guys.
Smoke him if you got him.
So these little guys die if they get frozen. Same with any flying bugs. If they get frozen, they just die. The frozen bugs, they sort of like fall out of the air and shatter on the ground. The boom. Boom. Okay, I'm almost to the point where I can do my other resupply. We're most of the way through the third phase. And then on to the final phase. And I need to have a lot of my secondary. This EPC, this thing. Like I need to be full on this for the last phase here. So I won't use it anymore for this third phase. Oh my god, you just threw a grenade right at me. Ando. Revdub said those axes were buttery smooth. Well, I appreciate it. I've mostly been playing Driller, so... Okay.
The drill dozer is exposing the core. The Heartstone is almost ours.
So, I use this. Because these are beamers. This Heartstone pulls these obelisks out of the ground to shoot the drill dozer with lasers.
Swarm on the intercept course.
But I can
Get ready to protect
pretty
the
much
drill
just
dozer.
delete them with the EPC like this. Get out of here, you. Oh, here's another beamer.
It's a big one, team.
I can't reach that yet. Oh, another beamer. Get out of here, you. Okay, the oppressor's actually coming after me. Whoop. Come on, you throw. Any more beamers? I could throw this at the beamer. Boom. And we're most of the way done with this last mission, or the last stage. So Doretta's so healthy that, I mean, we could all just leave Doretta. Oh, he threw the platform at it. Like, none of it, like, we could just let Doretta sit here and just take damage, and there'd be no way for Doretta to die fast enough. When the Doretta takes damage to only one component at a time, and after she does have that component destroyed, she has like 4 or 5 seconds of invincibility.
Move your tin ass over.
The drill dozer served its purpose. The
So here's what we came here for.
Deposit it and wrap the mission.
And you just strap it on.
Hearthstone.
Nicely done. Armor and Hearthstone secured. Call the
And this is
drop pod
Doretta.
when you're ready.
Her head popped off when we got the Hearthstone. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and grab any sort of things you need. Because we're leaving.
That's how you do it.
Oh,
Drop
oh.
pod is on the way.
Got turned around there.
One sentry gun ready to be built.
Where did her head go? I threw it down here, right? Oh, there it is. The goal is to bring her all the way back. And this is not a part of the official mission. So I believe the way it worked is yeah. Because okay.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
The head popped off Doretta. And a lot of the Deep Rock Galactic gamers liked the idea of bringing Doretta's head back to the drop pod. So they did, right? The gamers would bring Doretta, her head, back to the pod. Here it is. Well, Deep Rock Galactic sort of gave official support to that mechanic. Now, if you bring her into the drop pod, there's like a certain spot in the corner her head automatically gets sucked to. And she's in the final victory screen. Okay, did someone get her head?
Pod departing in
No,
T-minus
no one got her head.
4 minutes.
Here it is. I gotta be the one. I gotta grab it. Alright, people. So you're gonna see it get sucked out of my arms and go straight to the corner.
The mule has
Whoop.
docked.
There it goes.
Initiating launch sequence.
That's the corner Doretta's head goes into, because everyone just liked the idea of saving Doretta. Alright, get in here.
Incoming.
Alright.
Good work. We're pulling you back in.
Out of explosives. Rocket. Go. By the beard. Rock on.
So you're gonna see it here on this end screen, this success. Mission completed. Look on the ground, lower right. There's her head. Again, my textures are broken because of my mods. But you can see her head down there. It's part of, like, you would only see her head there if you dragged it all the way back to the drop pod, which is what I did, right? Oh, Life After Death says, thoughts on Academic Agent versus the Anime Boys. Gosh. So, oh man. You know, do I think... God, what do I want to say? You're sort of... your sort of heavy fan service anime thing, is that the kind of media that I'd prefer you to watch? No. Do I think all anime is bad or whatever? No. This is actually reminds me of a conversation I had with American Krogan, and we were talking about professional wrestling and this sort of theoretical connections between modern professional wrestling and some activities of, like, the Yamnaya peoples of ancient Europe. Like, I would never end professional wrestling, but I would like to see our best playwrights writing for professional wrestling. I'd like to see professional wrestlers, because have you ever thought about having professional wrestlers enact or reenact European mythology in the ring? Because I think that would be really cool. Like, if you were to have, what is it? Like Perseus, the hero, take on the giant or whatever. And, like, you have, like, these ancient European myths in spirit invade these modern wrestlers' bodies, and they reenact the battles. Because I think while having some thespian on Broadway do it, I think they could produce something very interesting in terms of a modern Perseus or a modern Hercules. I think there is some things that professional wrestlers could bring to that maybe no one else could. Like a professional wrestler might be able to bring Perseus and the ancient European myths to life in ways that that like thespians, professional thespians can't. And this is all to simply say, do I have a problem with anime as a medium, which is basically just Japanese cartoons? Like, no. Do I find some of it that seems to only appeal to some of the most socially awkward amongst us? Yeah. Some of this really, really fan service, anime, sexual tension nonsense, I feel some of it has really no interesting intellectual concept, and you have some young men who are, instead of interacting with women or friends, they are interacting with this material. And it's kind of a bummer. Like, I want them to have families and to have good lives and not to just sit around and watch this stuff all the time. And I feel like some of them are like resentful if you were to say that, right? They'd be like, no, well, now I'm going to watch more of it. You know, now I'm going to be even more socially isolated and never have a family because I'm going to watch this, you know, sort of weird stuff. That being said, I've posted video clips on my Twitter of Kaiji, my favorite anime. I haven't watched anime in years, but I really enjoyed Ultimate Survivor Kaiji. That was a really good one. I liked it. That being said, there's no women in it. Oh my god, I'm getting some more crazy frame drop stuff. Oh, it's getting better, I think. Mr. Gladius says, I really like the colors in this game, despite always being set underground. It's very vibrant and colorful. Yeah, well, if I click on... Okay, so... I guess I don't have a map when I'm down here. I have a map... Okay, well, this map hasn't been updated. But this is sort of the map where you go do the mining, and there's these different planetary regions. The Azure Weald, the Crystalline Caverns, the Dense Biozone, Fungus Bogs, Glacial Strata, Hollow Bow, yeah, Bow. Come on. I can hear that Mectera trying to kill me. Magma Core. Each one is really visually distinct and unique. Sand-blasted corridors. These guys, look at these guys. They could have just shot all this stuff from inside the pod like I always do. Said they run around and get damaged nearly half to death.
Whack-a-mole!
Silly newbies. Silly greenbeards. Okay, what's going on over here? What are you marking on the wall? Nothing? Okay. I'm not doing the side mission. I don't care about this side mission. Uh-oh. We gotta go get rid of all these little tiny mushrooms. These gas mushrooms. The one unfun thing about the fungus box. Angry says he'd really like to see a pro wrestling version of the Iliad, but they would probably make it super not good. Yeah, I mean, they might. What the? What? What's going on with this one? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I wish it was better, but, you know, whatever.
Powering up. Good work.
Well, Gladius, it was simply answering a question. You know, we're not talking about anime here, really. It's just the answer to one question, so, I don't think you have anything to be concerned about, really. I mean, part of the whole thing, I guess, on some levels. People are looking from a diversion. Like, how many times are we going to repeat the same stuff we've been repeating for however long? So people are looking for a diversion, and some people are sort of interested in the conflict. Some people, like, are people always going to approach these things with the most sort of nuanced, interesting take, or are they just going to say X is bad, you know? And knowing that it'll get a rise out of some people, right? I think, you know, do some of our guys engage in some of that sort of behavior? Yes. That being said, oh, look who got captured. Oh my god. Okay, you know who does a lot of that, though? James Lindsay. Have you seen him on Twitter? He'll say, like, X bad, and, you know, like, when some person comes to argue with him about... No, like, he'll get, like, 1 million comments, right? 1 million comments. Trying to argue with him or whatever. And out of all those comments asking him what he means, asking him to clarify, asking him this and that, he's always going to highlight and basically only respond to the comments from people who are making claims about his person or something like that, right? Like if he says he doesn't like Christians, he's not going to respond to all the comments that are like, well, why not? Or what's the deal? Or, you know, does it really matter? Like, he's not going to respond to that. The one Christian who's like, well, you don't actually dislike us, you dislike God because you're some heathen, and then they go on this giant rant about his, you know, heresy or something. He's going to respond to them. Because that was the whole point. The whole point to create some sort of blah, blah, vague statement of Christians bad was to get people in this trap where he could make fun of them. Because that's what he enjoys, right? He's the smart guy, and everyone else is the dumb guy. So he'll say this thing that's, like, potentially true in some interpretation, and then make fun of you if you fall into his little trap, his little mind dungeon, right? All right, Ando, KNet. Here's the rule of Deep Rock. Here's a rule of Deep Rock. When someone brings out the compressed gold... Oh, God. You guys are dying. When someone brings out the compressed gold, you use left control, and you tell everyone we're rich. And the goal is to get everyone on the team to claim we're rich. Hey, put it down. Don't put that in there. We need everyone to shout about how rich we are. Don't put it in. You bastard, Ando. So that's the rule. Like, when someone pulls out the compressed gold, because it is rare, everyone can pull out their laser with the left control, and we can all shout, we're rich, together, right? That's like one of the big fun sort of things that almost everyone in Deep Rock does. We're rich. There's other things, mushrooms and stuff that we like to all point out together. Oh my god. Let me look at this. We're probably not going to do it, but let me look at it.
I've activated the machine. Come here.
Okay, let's see here. Twin Slicer, Heavy Burster, Pulse Gun. This one's actually pretty doable. The one that screws everyone up is honestly the drones. I mean, the bursters, whatever. I don't know if I want to do this with you guys, though. I mean, you almost died already. You did die already. You almost died just leaving the drop pod. No offense, but that is the most difficult machine event, if you guys haven't done it. Okay. How are we doing on Nitro? Yeah. Let's actually just shoot a couple more loot bugs. Uh-oh. Now I might die. Ugh. What happens when you run over those vents without paying attention.
You're you, but you're dead. Deep Rock seriously need to invest in
Oops.
some better equipment.
Oh, this thing is super scary. But luckily, I can just freeze it. Those things can ruin your whole day. So can those. But not nearly as bad. Okay. Dig down. Alright. So when those are frozen, before they're killed, they don't spawn a bunch of little things. That's why I get down there and freeze it as quick as possible. Life After Death says, we need to make more fun cartoons. Kids are the future, you know. Yeah, I totally agree, right? We need to make more fun everything. We need our own video games, we need some cartoons, we need all the things, and that's, you know, and we also need to play games and enjoy each other's company and to be fun people that people want to come, like,
Supplies are on the way.
like people want to come be our friends, right? Because we're fun to be around, basically. Okay, so we have enough for 2 resupplies, which is plenty.
Resupply pod is here.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the bunker underneath
Follow them
strat
and let's
here,
get that drop pod
because
fixed. Remember, you
why
can
not?
always deposit on the side of the drop pod.
Why not, after all?
Sentry gun needs assembly.
Okay, let me put a little marker there. I gotta create my own
All rooms are
waypoint.
secured. Now to get the pod working. First, establishing a proper connection
Okay.
between the pod
Gotta
and
make
the
sure there's
space rig. Set
a
up
roof
the
there.
uplink.
0 degrees. Okay, just a few more meters. Oh, nice. Oh my gun. There's grass coming through it. I hope that's. I'm hoping I'm not too shallow.
There's nitro over here.
Okay, this should be all right. I think. Let's do a little bit of this.
Got it,
Okay, that's fine. Get rid of that and sit in the hole. Yeah. Maybe that'll work. Okay. Someone asks, what's that Eldritch Horror? You mean the Net Brood Nexus? It just pumps out little jerks the whole time. Okay, I'm gonna grab 1 resupply, and we're all gonna go in the bunker.
Supplies. Much better.
Okay.
Getting more ammo. This way. Never been better. Hello. Look over here.
All right, go in there. I'm just gonna do the running myself.
Sentry gun needs assembly. Sentry armed.
So, KNAT, if you're listening to this, if bugs start coming through the ceiling, throw platforms on the ceiling. But I don't think they should come through the ceiling.
Uplink ready.
Right.
Triangulation initiated. Do not leave the
But if they do start
triangulation
coming
zone
through the
or
ceiling,
you
then
lose
platform it.
connection. We only got 1 shot at this.
Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down in this little hole and freeze them. Oh, yeah, what the hell? Yeah, platform up there, right where they're coming through, please. That did not put the platform where it needed to go.
Triangulation
That was very unfortunate. If you had stood right underneath it, you could put it there. But, okay. Never mind. Go the other way. I made it too shallow, I guess.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Triangulation at 75%.
I'll do better
Right
next
there.
time. We'll try this again in a second. On the next stage, on the next phase, we'll do the same thing. Only I won't get it so shallow. I won't goof it up.
Regulation completed.
Okay.
Control reestablished. Stand by, sending in fresh fuel cells for the
Hopefully the fuel cells don't get put somewhere obnoxious. Get out of here, Tri-Jaws. Oh, the fuel cells are in a really interesting spot. I'm not sure what we're going to do about these. I think we'll have to fight them up here with the fuel cells right over the tunnel that I built. Because I don't want to sit in that tunnel now. So we're not going to do my strategy on this phase.
Fuel cells connected. Now you just need to prep the fuel cells and the charge sequence will begin.
Okay, let me take a look at the chat, because it has moved by while I did all this stuff. I mean, sometimes I have trouble keeping up with the chat here. So, Gladius says, as much as I agree about making base cartoons for our youth, maybe it would be better to incentivize playing outside along with other kids. Right, well, I mean, yeah. They're definitely true to an extent, but we are, like, if a certain media venue comes up, we can't just say, well, it would be ideal if people didn't use it, right? And then just not try and influence it, right? Because then we're just going to be playing to lose. We're just going to lose every section, right? Every time a new media thing comes up, if we say, well, it would be better if kids were outside, then we'll just always lose. So we definitely do have to play the game, right? When a new type of media comes up, we got to try and fill it with our stuff. That's what we would want to do. Okay. Do this. Yeah, I know there's a delay on the stream. It's just, and it's not that I put a delay on the stream, it just sort of happens dynamically. Is like the longer I stream, the worse the delay gets. Yeah, okay. Let's just fight up here. The resupply here is fine.
Better stand back.
That'll work.
Fuel cells charging. Stay close to keep them operational. We're expecting an increase.
Now Gladius says, can we play the game? Well, I mean, they're going to definitely do what they can to keep us out, right? Well, but that's not a good excuse to not play, to not try, right? I mean, it's like, would you like an analogy to a sports ball game? Is there any sports ball you like? You know, just because there's a defender at the goal doesn't mean you don't shoot for it. Even if that defender is, is like on performance-enhancing drugs. That's my analogy. There definitely are some unfair performance-enhancing aspects to this conflict. I'll take a thing here. Life After Death says children are drawn to cool cartoons. Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to be willing to engage on all the fronts of the cultural battlefield. Right? If you think VR games in some way are bad, well, bad or not, we should have our own VR games. We should have our own this. I mean, we don't, you know, someone's gonna be like, well, I don't like VR pornography. Are you saying we need right-wing VR porn? Like, no, that's okay. Not exact. We don't have to go that far. But hope you get what I'm saying. Otherwise,
hold your ground. We're almost ready to pull you and the goods out.
Eric, how's it going?
Spooling up.
Mr. Gladius says, no runner starts the race thinking, Oh, I don't know if I'll win. We must always approach things as conquering and winners. Positive thinking. Yeah. Positive thinking, but just the point I was trying to make was active engagement. You know, there's lots of our guys who are so disillusioned with the way things are, they just want to disengage, right? Like, okay, well, I guess I'll just let the anti-whites make all of our movies and television shows and, you know, write all the newspapers. You know, I guess I'll just... I guess maybe they should. They'll just do it, you know, forever. I'm gonna bring this leg with me. Uh-oh. No-oh. No. Okay, we're good. I don't think anything happens if you bring the leg. Unlike when you bring Doretta's head. Hey, Nat. What are you doing down here? This is no time for a nap. Okay, where's my leg? Here it is.
Drop pod powered up and ready to leave. It's time to bring it all home. Get on board, we're leaving with or without you.
Nero says he has a VR headset, developing some stuff for it. Very cool tech, but the meta situation is disgusting. I haven't been paying attention to the whole meta thing. I know there was some funny article that came out where it's like, this woman went into the metaverse and immediately she was assaulted by 5 men or something. He was VR'd. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna go down there. Average Joe says, I can personally say that my greatest English teacher was Cartoon Network. Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, language acquisition is largely just repetition and simply doing it, right? And doing it through entertainment media is one of the most popular ways to do it if you live somewhere where English isn't like the primary language. I mean, you'll go to... So I went to India, and I met someone in India whose, like, primary exposure to English was, like, certain English American television shows and, like, Hannah Montana CDs. And she had this super strong Valley Girl accent. And I was like... It was wild. I mean, imagine you're in India and, you know, everyone's speaking to you in this really broken English. I'm not going to do the impression because someone's going to accuse me of like racism or some shit for like doing an impression of the heavy accents of India as brought into into English. But
Get on board the drop pod team. Mission
she had this super thick Valley Girl way of speaking. Total Valley Girl. That was mind-blowing. Like nothing you've ever seen. Like, you wouldn't know she was India if she was on the phone with you, right? Yeah. She was like, oh, hey, my name's Katie. You would totally believe it. Her name was not Katie, obviously.
Come on, guys. We're leaving.
Drop sequence initiating.
That's how you put the beer in the ceiling there.
Let's go.
It'll look straight up, aim in between the bars, and it'll go right in there. And then this guy, Ando, pulls it right out and throws it away. Alright, let me see, Oh, Spinning Churro says, how bad do you think things are going to get before they start to get better? How black pill do you want to get today, Spinning? Because I think things will get pretty darn bad.
My stomach can take it.
Has anyone seen my pig?
You know, I did that video... What did I... Oh, I did that video, Conservative Inc. as a joke, I believe.
Liquid Morkite team.
And
set up pipelines,
I
on-site refinery, and launch the
said
guns
something
back
like to like the Griper guys. I was saying like, hey, listen, you know, good job, but don't give up heart when things start to go bad, because things will go bad. Things will get worse before they get better. And I don't feel like that's fundamentally changed since then. Okay, I should be paying attention. I just took a bunch of damage. Oh my god. See that up there? Prospector. That's a boss. Just hanging out up there. Oh my. Okay. Let's, oh, and yeah, this isn't point extraction either. I was thinking point extraction in the, what's it called? The turrets at the main platform. But on-site refining doesn't have turrets in the main platform. Here's the boss, slowly descending. So the way this boss works is, it doesn't do anything until someone shoots it. And I'm guarantee you someone's gonna shoot it at some point. Oh, someone shot it. Yep, that would be Ando. Which is fine. You can shoot it. We gotta kill it anyway. At some point. Didn't have to be right now, but we're fighting it. Okay, so when the phases of this boss goes through, right, it's gonna spawn a whole bunch of ads. So, very annoying. Okay, we can hack this. One, oh, 1, 2. Ando went and died? He's the one who aggroed the boss, and now he's dead all the way over there? Okay. So don't shoot the bot that's mine. If you see my name above the bot, don't shoot it. Ando went and aggroed the boss all the way over here, and then just died. What's up with that? I can hear the little ads coming after me. Okay, now K-Net's down. I can't tell whose bot that was. Oh my god, look at all these swarmers. Okay. How many of these am I gonna get? I've never seen so many that are hackable all at once. Uh-oh. Ooh. That's close. Okay. Ooh, lost my hacking thing. Did I get too far away? Oh, nice. I got 3 little helpers? 3 bot helpers? Yeah, that's... Ooh. Oh, come on. That missed? Okay.
Go patrol a scrapyard, you toaster.
Go patrol a scrapyard, you toaster. Okay, let's get this going. Okay. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna fit. I'm gonna have to do some goofy things. Oh, man. Gonna have to do some, like, twisty-turny nonsense. Oh, is this thing in the way?
Sorry, your own fault for being fully.
Okay. Oh, come on. Get out of here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die to these little jerks! Okay. Why is that? Oh, too sharp. Whatever.
Look at the sparks.
Taking a lot of damage here.
I'm wondering if fighting bugs and
Sark.
moving dirt is the best way to
I do
prevent
get that reference. One of Krogan's favorites. Oh my god, you guys aggroed another boss? The Tyrant Weed? Oh. You know, this is gonna get pretty hard when you've aggroed another boss like this. Oh, and they have line of sight all the way over here. And I'm stuck in this thing. Okay, fast and move. Ooh! Oh, I didn't have enough for a power attack. I wasn't ready yet. Okay. What if I go this way? For a second.
better destroyed.
We don't have enough for... I don't have enough nitra, huh? For a resupply. Okay, well... Which, I can't tell which of these little guys is mine. Oh, there.
Prepare to fight for your life.
Oh, and here's the swarm. So, if you want my advice here, brothers, you gotta get out of the way of the Korlok Tyrant Weed. There's no reason to fight in range of that. Like, come over where I am.
Supplies are coming. Combat positions. The swarm is here.
Oh, we got a resupply pod. And you summoned it somewhere where you can get shot by the Tyrant Weed. That's not my favorite choice here, brothers. I'm just not sure it was right to do that. No, I know you guys are newer. Probably should give you a break. Well, I will probably Iron Will here. Get you up. And then... Oh my god, which direction am I facing? Okay. Grab this. Almost didn't get it in time. Okay, I didn't get it in time. Never mind. Ando's dead. And Knat's dead. Dun dun dun! I had like 3 guys helping me too. I had 3 of the little robots. Did you just see me hack 3 robots? Like in a row? Nero says he learned English with video games and a bilingual dictionary that came with powdered soap. What is it? Is it, laundry soap? Laundry detergent? Mr. Gladius says, when they told me to have a real Roman ancestor experience, I wasn't expecting them to refer to the fall of Rome. Nero says, Facebook bought Oculus a few years ago. Yeah, I mean, I think Oculus was newish when they bought it, because they've had Oculus for a while. Now they sell the Quest 2 VR headset at a loss to monopolize the market, and it worked. They own more than 50% of it, and more than all the competition. Right, well, if you have more than 50%, you always own more than all of the other competition combined. Those are the same thing. But, yeah. What time is it? Oh my god. We can do this. Okay, fast mode. This mission. Fast, fast, fast. We're gonna absolutely blitz this mission.
Let's get this mission
as fast as humanly possible.
Fasten your seatbelts.
We're gonna just wreck it.
Rock and roll!
Look for... ignore gold on the walls. We're getting more kite off the walls and nitra. And we're only getting, like, 80 nitra or 160. Once we've got 160 nitra, then we definitely stop. We don't bother ever getting more than 160 nitra. But we should probably stop at 80. Just like, bam, more kite nitra to 80, and then only more kite. And we're not doing the secondary. We're only just slamming through. We're going for the world speed record, if that's not clear.
This is a simple
Okay, let me try and get that.
Deposit your quota of Morkite into the mule.
Oh, damn it.
Send a drop pod to get you out.
We're not doing the gunk seats. Oh, I overheated.
Damn overheating.
Make sure you're looking behind us, too. Did I get that? I did. Okay. Boom. We probably don't even need that little bit there. I mean, the Morkite veins at the top of the tunnel are always less impressive than the ones further down. A lot of times you can skip the further up ones. Remember, go fast. Fast, fast, fast. It is still hazard 4. But we want to... Ooh, there's a big hole in the ground in this tunnel. Big hole in the ground. Do not fall through the big hole in the ground. I know you guys are probably too late. Like, you probably already passed the hole. But, oh no, you both already passed it. Good to see. Good to see.
I should call for the mule.
Oops. Okay, they'll get it.
I got the try job.
Alright, I'm out of flares. Nothing here, huh? And remember, Morkite will always glow in the dark. Wow, I gotta be close to... Okay, interesting. What? Oh. Okay. We're going in like this. That's a lot of Mactera. Oh, they blew up my own thing on me. Those little bastards.
I need the mule right here.
Oh, come on.
Go Crusher!
Oh my gosh, a chance to redeem ourselves, guys. Remember the rule.
Time to pay. We're rich. We're rich. I could need a good rest. We're rich.
Remember, this is a speedrun. We're rich. Quick, quick, quick. We're rich. Quick. You gotta press it.
We're rich.
Press it, you goofball.
We're rich. We're rich.
Okay. There we go. We all did it. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. Sorta. Alright, I'm gonna build you a path here for anyone who wants to look down here. But I'm coming back up, because I'm going through the dirt wall. Because this is how we get further down. So you guys can look in there for Morkite. Mr. Gladius says he learned English tanks to music. Oh, learned English thanks to music, like Metallica and Iron Maiden. Really pushed me to learn English and understand the lyrics. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is with a lot of people, right? Who do learn English while living outside of, like, the most commonly English-spoken areas. It's media of some sort. Oh my gosh. Let's dig a path through here. Okay, just do that.
Explosives, nice. Come here.
How much nitro do we have? Plenty? We can just do this real quick. Oh my god. What is he doing? Oh! Petting the dog. Nero says, what would you do if Doritos wanted to sponsor you? Okay, quick. Press this button. How far are we into this? We're only 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 5 seconds? That's pretty good.
Watch and learn. The resupply is here. I'm taking some of the ammo.
Getting more ammo. Red sugar.
Everyone.
Drop pod arrived. Mule is returning to LZ.
Alright, so here's what I do. I first start drilling in the wall just without knowing where I'm going, and then while my drills are cooling, I look at the map. Just to make sure I'm not going to drop us into some... Because sometimes there'll be a giant room, and you'll drill into that room, through the wall, you know, 100 feet up. And then everyone will just fall out of the hole and die. So, you don't want to kill your team as the driller. Because people will just follow you to your death. That's how it goes. People, if you drill well for a while, people just start to trust you. And then if you stop paying attention, you'll kill them. And then they won't trust you anymore. And they probably shouldn't, right? People shouldn't be so trusting.
Steve gave his life for me. Thank you,
And
Steve.
up here...
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Okay, let's go this way. We don't fall off. Yeah, we'll do it in around 7 minutes. That's pretty good. Okay, so Nero says, what would you do if Doritos wanted to sponsor you? You need to name them each half an hour and plug them at the beginning of each stream. Why, do you know someone at Doritos? Is this an offer? Get in the thing.
Initiating launch sequence.
Speed run.
Galactic, thank
Fast.
you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without you.
Okay. Oh, just 7:05.
For the books. Retrieving escape pod.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How much is Doritos offering? $3? No, not enough. $3,000? $30,000? $300,000? I'll do it for $300,000. I'll definitely do it for $300,000. Doritos. I definitely aren't getting cheese dust all over my keyboard as we speak. So there you go. We did it in 7-11 right there. 7 minutes 11 seconds. That was pretty good. Hazard 4 mining mission. Slammed right through it with expert efficiency. And that's pretty good. You know, especially for K-Nat. Look at him. He's level 8. He's level 8. He's slamming through Hazard 4 in 7 minutes and 11 seconds. That's pretty good. Nero says his uncle is Tony Doritos. He owns the company. Oh. My uncle owns Doritos. That's a good one. Tony Doritos. I never knew that he named the chip after himself.
One down. Naughty. Got it.
Messed with him. K-Nat, thanks for showing up. Thanks for playing. I think we did pretty well,
Here we go.
all things being said. Except when we had to fight 2 bosses at the same time. Didn't work out. But that's pretty common. When 2 bosses get aggroed, that you lose the run. No matter who's in the game with you.
Yeah. Damn. That's unfortunate.
I don't think Doritos will pay for that. So, do you have the achievement yet, Ando? There's an achievement to do well at this game. You gotta get 3,000 points in 100 kicks, I believe.
Yeah.
Gladius says the loot bugs hate Doritos. Probably. They like minerals.
I am awesome.
Between animal, vegetable, and mineral, loot bugs like minerals.
Yes.
And Doritos are vegetable.
Hot potato.
Oh god, it's so fast. I hate it when it goes fast. Oh, it went in, though. On the second cycle. Ooh. Oof.
Like that.
Oh my god. Too fast.
I slept.
Ah. I'm done with it. I don't care. Alright, Lloyd. Let's... Or it's Lloyd, right? I think that's the bartender. I gotta remember... So you got the wormhole, the flint lever. Okay, everybody.
Joe, serve us some flintlocks, please. We're mighty thirsty.
Pick this up.
Buggers.
Pick this up, but don't drink.
That's pretty.
Hey. Over here.
Fortune and glory. Cheers.
Am I gonna have to kick you out, K-Nat?
Carl.
Doritos are the last stand of white identity. Mm. Okay, so we got all the beers. Don't drink it yet.
Need to retrace my steps from last night, Lloyd. Another wormhole special, please.
You gotta chain drink this and then that, fast as you can.
To the fallen. Yeah.
So throw that, pick this up. I think I got it right. Oh my god. So the first one, oh my goodness.
Only we can get to Hoxus drinking wormhole.
So the first one explodes you all around. This other one sends you into space and freezes you. So now you're flying through space like Rocket Man. Is that an Elton John song? Rocket Man? And in fact, if you just stand still, a lot of times... Oh, okay. The explosions are over. If you stand still, the explosions really send you flying a lot further.
Cheers!
Who left a wormhole special? Did someone not do this just now? Did only one other person do this?
Keep us together.
Someone didn't do the thing that I said. Oh, God. Alright.
Wormhole specials could be really useful if R&D put a bit of work in it.
Okay, we need the, this it? No, we need... Is it? Black lock? I thought it was...
Wait, what just happened?
Gut Wrecker? Oh, here we go.
Knock me out with some blackout stout.
Here's the Blackout Stout. I don't know who didn't do the thing that I said, but you missed out, whoever you are.
No!
Here's the Blackout Stout. I'm gonna go drink it on top of the pod. It's a good place to hide. So there are people who play hide and seek in this game. Oh, Ando's out. We can go through this area. Is this the area I want to go? No, it's up here, right? What? Where am I going? No, I went through the wrong door, didn't I? Okay. Oh, Ando didn't do it. Okay. Ando didn't do the thing, so he never experienced being blasted through space. Well, you missed out, Ando. Mr. Gladius says the fact that they spent time creating all these beers is incredible. A lot of love was poured into this game. If only it was manly men and not manly dwarves, it would have been perfect. Well, you know, people want to do the dwarf thing. They're manly. But,
Trespassing. This area is off limits to regular miners.
Yep, too bad. Here we go. Into the hot core.
Barrels are to be left alone and not hurled, kicked, tossed, or in any way moved around.
That's all. I love you.
Whoa. Wow. Wet fart noise, too. So here you go. And if you look at all those beers, too, each of those beers has their own separate model for a mug, right? You can see someone crawling around there on the catwalk. But this is... So there is hide and seek in this game, and this is one place you can hide. You drink the Blackout Stout, you pass out, and now you're in here and they can't see you directly. So each beer has its own mug. Its own custom mug for the beer. It's all very detailed. But clearly they did put a lot of effort into it. Who said corn? I don't know who said corn. As far as corn goes, you know, you're asking where it's from? The traditional range? I think it's mostly just the Americas, right? Let's take a look here. Let me look at... Yeah, like I think it's just the Americas that corn is from originally. Who mentioned corn? Gladius says it's incredible how many details they added. Yeah, well, they put a lot of work into this, for sure. Oh, are you talking about what Doritos are made out of? Rice, soybeans, and stuff. Doritos ingredients. I mean, it seems like it would be a corn-based thing. Okay, so Doritos ingredients, images. First one is corn, vegetable oil, which is sunflower, canola, and or corn oil. Maltodextrin, which is a corn starch. It's a corn sugar kind of deal. Salt, cheddar cheese, whey, monosodium glutamate, aka MSG, buttermilk, Romano cheese, whey protein concentrate, onion powder, corn flour, natural and artificial flavor dextrose, which I'm sure comes from corn, tomato powder, lactose, spices, and artificial color, including yellow 6, yellow 5, and red 40, lactic acid, citric acid, sugar, garlic powder, skim milk, red and green pepper powder, disodium isocinate, or inocinate, and disodium guan. Was it guan? My thing. I'm looking at an image that's too low resolution. It's like guanylate. Nero says Doritos are only made of the finest elements of the land. Nothing from the land would hurt you, so it's good for you. Well, exactly.
Artificial gravity recalibrating.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm gonna move when you do this. No, I haven't moved. Even though the gravity recalibrated and all the barrels flew all around, I'm still not actually moving, interestingly.
Stop it, now!
Okay, well, thanks for everyone for showing up. Thanks for those of you who showed up to play.
Any vandalizing or destruction of company property will be deducted from your pay at the end of the month.
Coming up on next Wednesday.
Artificial gravity has been reestablished.
This upcoming Wednesday, I'll be playing Deus Ex Human Revolution. Be playing more of that on stream. And Johnny says the red food color comes from bugs, if I recall. I don't know about that. I mean, I know historically you had red food coloring in foods that came from cochineal. Those little bugs, they live on cactuses or something. But and they make a really good red. But I think a lot of red colors are either they're chemically synthesized, or they might come from beets. Like beets are very common for red food coloring. All right. Well, you can't do anything with just a list of ingredients, Nero. No one's going to be able to recreate a Dorito just from a list of ingredients. The secret formula comes from the way it's all put together. So Wednesday, Deus Ex Human Revolution. Saturday and Sunday, might be playing more Deep Rock Galactic or something else. Also, my stream yesterday where I talked about John Cleese and John Soule, or Thomas Sowell and John Cleese, I'm making that a clip that should come out on my main channel today. That clip should be, like, released to the world. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. See you either next Wednesday, or this upcoming Wednesday, or next weekend. Peace out. Oh, and thanks for coming, Ando and KNat. I should have typed something in game, but I already closed it. So I didn't think. I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm sort of just, like, rushing. See ya!